Hello students, this is your English teacher Mrs. Shanti of KV Ashoknagar. Today we are going to read another new poem from class 10 English reader. The title of the poem is Amanda, written by Robin Klein. Let me ask you a few questions before we proceed to the explanation of the poem. Do you remember the poem Chivi of class 7 written by Michael Rosen? Do you like to be chivied constantly? How important is freedom to you? Now let us know more about the poetess. Robin Klein is an Australian author of books for children. She was born on 28 February 1936 in South Wales and now resides near Melbourne. She had her first story published at the age of 16. Several of her books have been listed for CBCA Children's Book of the Year Award. Hating Alison Ashley, Halfway Across the Galaxy, Turn Left, and Boss of the Pool are some of her famous writings. Now let me read the poem for you. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. There's a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid, drifting blissfully. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. I'm an orphan, roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden. The freedom is sweet. Don't eat the chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda? Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? I'm Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You're always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So the poem Amanda is about a small girl whose parents are forever nagging her about what to do and what not to do. This frequent interference makes her very unhappy. It seems as if she's not free to do anything that she wants to do. She wants freedom from all restrictions. Now let us go to the stanza-wise explanation. In the first stanza, we see the poet is describing Amanda, a little girl who is always pointed out by her mother for a mistake. The poet says that the mother is pointing out Amanda for biting nails, which is a bad habit. Next, she asks her to sit straight without bending her shoulders. Amanda, who has a habit of bending her shoulders and sitting lazily, is being pointed out because her mother wants her to sit in the right posture. At this point of time, when she is being scolded by her mother, she imagines herself to be in a deep green sea. She says that she wants to be the only resident of this beautiful green sea. She imagines herself like a mermaid who is alone there and leads her life in a very relaxing way. She says that she wants to be carried away by the current of water and feels the relaxing environment there. In the second stanza, the poet says that Amanda's mother is inquiring her about whether she had done her homework or not. And then she asks her whether she has cleaned her room or not. Moreover, she is also reminded to clean her shoes. So here we can see that a list of instruction is being given by a mother, which is not liked by Amanda. Immediately, she imagines herself to be an orphan who is roaming in the street. This means she imagines if she would have been without parents, she would have walked freely in the streets. She would have drawn designs on the soft dust with her uncovered feet very quietly. So we can see that she thinks opposite to her mother. Her mother wants her to keep everything spick and span. But Amanda wants to play in dust with her bare feet. Moreover, she is so fed up of these constant instructions from her mother that she says silence is golden, which means silence is very important and precious. She further says that freedom is sweet. This means she never feels free when she is with her mother. In the third stanza also, we find that her mother gives another list of instructions which is disliked by Amanda, and she resorts to becoming a Rapunzel. Here, Amanda's mother is disallowing her to eat chocolates. She reminds her of the pimples that Amanda faces due to eating chocolates. At last, she scolds her for not paying attention to what her mother says. At this moment, Amanda imagines herself to be Rapunzel. Rapunzel was a character from a fairy tale that was captured with the help of long hair of Rapunzel that was let down by her through the window. So now Amanda wants to be Rapunzel because she feels that life in the tower will be peaceful and tranquil. She thinks that she would be free and live in a peaceful environment in the tower. She also confirms that she would never let her hair down in order to be rescued from the tower because though she has been imprisoned in the tower, she feels that she has got unlimited freedom in the tower. And finally, Amanda's mother warns her for behaving in a very odd manner. She asks her to stop being in a bad mood. Moreover, she blames her of having such an unstable mood. She also scolds her by saying that her behavior will one day make people think that Amanda was constantly being harassed by her mother. So here we can say that though Amanda is always pointed out by her mother on very petty things, yet she can't react to this. If she reacts towards this by getting emotional, her mother takes this against her sense of pride and scolds her that she should not behave like this, as others would think Amanda's mother is very dominating towards her child. The moral of the poem is it implores that it is the responsibility of parents to provide proper upbringing to their children without making them feel trapped. The greatest wealth that a child wants to possess is his or her freedom. And the thing that he or she never likes is the constant nagging or unwanted instruction or even overprotection of the parents. Amanda is a story of any young girl who is constantly controlled and instructed to do one thing or the other by her parents. Every child wants to enjoy the dreamy and romantic world of his or her childhood. She doesn't want to cut this romantic and fascinating world of hers short. Any kind of instruction or interference curtails her freedom. She doesn't want to be denied chocolates and wants to sit and behave exactly as she wants. She would rather indulge in fantasies than clean her room or her shoes. She wants to postpone growing up. She wants to remain a child for just a little bit longer. The rhyme scheme used in the poem is AABA. The tone of the poem is instructional and amusing. There are plenty of imagery used in the poem, visual imageries, and they are mermaid, orphan, and Rapunzel. All these imagery convey a long devices. We have alliteration and metaphor. Stop that slouching and sit up straight is alliterated. The S used in the line, frequent use of the consonant sound is called alliteration. And metaphor here, emerald sea is compared to the color of an emerald, and freedom is sweet, and I am an orphan. The poetess compares herself to an orphan and to a Rapunzel who longs for freedom. And finally, allusion is a literary device in which the writer or the speaker refers either directly or indirectly to a person, event or a thing in history, or to a work of art or literature. In this poem, Amanda imagines herself to be a mythological character like Mermaid and Rapunzel. So the values that we imbibe from the poem is one has to realize the importance of discipline and good manners in life, and also constant nagging leads to irritation and too many instruction leads to frustration. Have also been reflected here. Everything depends on upbringing. Good manners are signs of strength. Freedom is the oxygen of the soul. A value-based question has been discussed here. Discuss the importance of proper upbringing with reference to the poem Amanda by Robin Klein. So I've begun with a quotation. How you behave is the reflection of your upbringing. And the answer has been solved here. And further, there's also one more question which has been projected here, which has appeared in the year 2016. State the key points in the poem Amanda. What do you learn from it? Further, some extract-based questions with answers have also been solved for your quick reference. And finally, you may refer to the NCERT exercises and the Diksha app, which has got plenty of MCQs, short answers and long answer for your reference. Thank you, children. I hope these videos are useful to you. And for more updates, please do click the bell icon and subscribe for the channel. Thank you, children.